Hi friends, Haya Grossberg here, and I'm going to start a series where I will read to you some of the poetry that I actually wrote while I was on psychiatric medication when I was 21 to 23-ish, and mostly 21 to 22, and I wanted to start with something I wrote more recently. I actually don't know when I wrote it, but sometime in the last 10 years. So it's called If You've Broken Free from Psychiatry, Leave a Trail Mark. If you've broken free from psychiatry or any other type of oppression or form of injustice, leaving a trail marker for others to be guided by is crucial. There are many ways to leave trail marks. You can tell your story to people you meet, write it down, audio record it and share it online, let someone interview you, make a video, write a book, or even write it under a pseudonym if anonymity is a concern. You can choose to make a difference in a few people's lives or many. The path to liberation from psychiatric harm runs on word of mouth. Most of us who are helping one another have little else to work with. We aren't major corporations who can pay a lot for advertising, and most of us are gentle souls who don't want to tell others how to live their lives. We don't have great political clout in most cases. We have our voices, our words, our stories, the power of our soul's urges to make a difference, to spare others some of the hassle, disillusionment, pain, and torture we went through ourselves. While hiking on the land, I came across several trail marker flags and couldn't help but wonder how long ago they'd been tied up. Were they tied by someone I knew who lived on this land? Leave a trail marker behind you, for you never know who might find it and when they will need it. You may be scared, but imagine where you'd be or wouldn't be if others hadn't taken the courage to whisper their secrets to you or share them publicly. When you find something important, leave a teaching or signpost or trail marker behind so someone else might find it too. You're walking with everyone who came before and will come after you. So that's basically an introduction to what I am going to be beginning a video series on, which will be sharing some poetry that I wrote while I was on psychiatric medication. So the reason I'm sharing this poetry is because it came to me in a very mystical way, and it's encoded. It has a certain otherworldly quality and potency to it that is rare. It's unique. It doesn't always come into my writing. A lot of the writing in my book, Freedom from Psychiatric Drugs, is similar to that. It's channeled, it's coming to me from beyond myself. But especially the writings that I did, the poetry I wrote while I was on psychiatric drugs, because at that time my mind was very disabled along with my body. And the kinds of things that were coming to me were coming from just a very different place. Let's just put it that way. And I know that it's encoded, and I believe that these codes can help people. So I actually, at that right after that period when I had come off those drugs, I put together this book. This was one of the first books I put together of my poetry, and it's called Elusive Paths, Time and Turns of Events. And it has poetry from when I was in college as well as during that time that I mentioned. So stay tuned, and I'm going to share, the next videos will be some of that poetry.